Hey guys, Kid Still here, back at you with another sourcing video. Today we're going to hit up garage sales. So it's the first garage sale video in a while. I'll have another storage unit video or two coming up, but let's start out with the garage sales. Here's garage sale number one. I already picked up the items that I'm interested in. These Monster Jam trucks. I think there's also some Blaze monster machines in there as well. So two were Monster Jam, the other one was Blaze. Forgot about that until just now. So in the summary, you won't hear me say that. But here's the rest of the stuff. Anytime I can pick up trucks like that for super cheap, for $30 for like 6 or 7 trucks, I'll pick them up. None of the other stuff looked interesting to me. Sometimes I should look at those industrial, like the little machines more, because sometimes those can be worth some good money if they're good brands. But for some reason on this day, I just look at the toys, and then I come over here to the VHS, DVDs, and all that. There might have been some here that were worth money, but I didn't see any that looked like it to me. And I'm always mainly looking for video games in these areas, not for, some obscure DVD that's worth money, although there are some. Also, the gas edgers might have been worth money. Here's a summary. At the first sale, I'll pick up these Monster Jam trucks. Anytime I can find Monster Jam trucks in a big bag like that for $3, I think there was like 6 in each bag, so I basically paid 50 cents for each one. I have them listed for between like five for each vehicle, probably, so around $30 for each bag of those. None of them have sold yet because this is a actually somewhat recent garage sale. It's this year at least. That's good for me for getting footage for garage sales. I haven't been very good at filming at garage sales this year, but I did film at an estate sale as well. That'll come up in a second. But yeah, so Monster Jam is a good brand to pick up if you can find them for cheap. I basically varied them by characters, like the ones that had just Hot Wheels on them and didn't have any like specific name, like for instance, for Monster Jam, usually it's like Gravedigger, Maximum Destruction, Predator, random names like that. I'll put in a lot, and then the Hot Wheels ones that are just labeled Hot Wheels, I'll put in a separate lot. So I think I had 3 lots for this, so not bad for one garage sale. The edgers, those gas edgers you saw there in the clip, I don't even remember looking at those and thinking about buying them, but now that I'm looking back at it, I'm like, well, if those both worked for $50 for 2 of them, that was actually probably a decent deal for those. My current one, I haven't tested it in a while, since last season, so hopefully it'll work. But maybe I should have bought one of those. Of course, I think I had the Camaro that day. There's no way you're fitting a gas edger in a Camaro. So let's move on to the next clip. So I want to document these for this one, but I'm going to come back with a bigger clip of everything. This is some of the stuff I got. Trail of Painted Ponies. Anytime I see it, I will pick it up. That was like Lord of the Rings, I think, or I'm not sure. I called it Harry Potter later on, but I think it was Lord of the Rings. This is a cabinet full of stuff. This was one where there was no set prices on anything, so here is the actual clip of the whole thing, but that was just showing you some of the stuff I picked up. This is the outside of it. It was an estate sale / garage sale. Estate sale in terms of all the stuff, garage sale in terms of some of the prices. Not for those. Those are like the beanie pillow, not really pillow pets, but the smaller beanies. They don't actually have any beans in them, but some of those are worth money, but none of them. I didn't have time to look up all of them, and they were asking too much. I don't remember, like $3 or $4 for each one of those. So unfortunately, I do pass on most of those. I think I pick up 1 or 2 items that aren't Thai or TY. All that stuff right there is what I reference later with Lonnie buying all of them from garage sales. The Teletubbies might have been worth it. I wasn't sure what they were going to ask. Like I said, there was no prices. I think they were $1 each. I do pick up the McDonald's plush you saw right there, but yeah, I don't think I show those in too much detail. These are all the beanies. This couch is already sold. The beanies are not. They probably never sold. Although the lady said that people have been buying them, so maybe people. I mean, at $3 each, I guess they're not super expensive. They're cheaper than you bought them whenever they originally came out. I think they were like originally $5.99 or $6, something like that. But they were asking way too much. They were asking $3 for me, at least as a reseller. They were asking way too much money. There's some more of the bigger Beanie Buddies as well. None of the other stuff appeals to me that's in here. That's a bunch of books. Some of the books might have been worth it. Sometimes you never know with books, but Christmas stuff. Come into this room. I don't remember how much of it I show, but there was some like an LSU table right there with LSU stuff on it. I bought some decent LSU stuff. I think it hadn't sold yet, but I think it was decent stuff. That might have been worth it, but I don't feel like shipping something that big. If I still had an antique booth, I would have maybe considered putting it there. Some of the stuff would have probably sold pretty well in there. But yeah, that's it for this clip. Here's the summary. So this was kind of an estate sale / garage sale. It was garage sale prices, but estate sale. Other than the old Beanie Babies you saw, those weren't really garage sale prices. I guess they're like a lot of people, still think Beanie Babies are worth money. So yeah, they were charging like $3 each, I think, or something. I actually saw Lonnie and Candace from Garage Flips, at this sale. I was actually looking at some items. He reached over my shoulder and grabbed one and acting like he was taking it, and I was just gonna let him. I was like, I guess I don't care that much. But he was like, I'm surprised you're just gonna let me. I'm like, well, when I turned around, I definitely was when I saw Lonnie, because he's a big guy and he could beat you up. But yeah, they actually bought all those little villages you saw next to the Beanie Babies, the animated Christmas villages or whatever those were. They bought all those for, I don't know what he paid for them, but they got all those. And then he also he tried to buy all the Hallmark ornaments, but they wouldn't make him a deal on those. I think he offered like 50 cents for each one to, to buy them in bulk. They said they were going to do another sale. I haven't seen it on any of the garage sale apps, but they said they were going to do another sale with all the other stuff they had. So they had a ton more stuff. But what I bought was the LSU Mike the Tiger bobblehead. I don't know if y'all saw it in the clip or not. The Trail of Painted Ponies, those really weren't worth it. 5-card stud poker, whatever it was called. I thought they were going to be worth it, but when I looked back at the selling history, they'll sell for like $20. I paid 5 each for them, but it's not worth the pain of having to ship something like that, in my opinion. I also got those 2 LSU items, Mike the Tiger bobblehead, and then the special commemorative one commemorating like 2007 national championship season, I think. And then I also got a couple more items like Harry Potter stuff, bookends, I think is what that was. Those are probably worth around $50. They're really not worth too much, but it's something at least. And then I also got some McDonald's plushies as well. Paid $1 for those. Those will probably sell pretty well. I can't remember. I don't think I've actually sold anything from this sale yet. I'll talk about it in the voiceover if I have, because I'll record the voiceover after I'm doing this. But I don't think I've sold anything from that sale yet. But let's move on to the next garage sale. This one was a fun garage sale. A bunch of Transformers for $20. I'll take that any day. Some of it's still new in the packaging. That one was, at least. I'm just showing y'all some of the ones I got right here. This is already I've already put it in the car at this point. I was surprised to see it. There's the Camaro, obviously. Still a little bit cold at this time. There's a Lego. I'll talk about those in a second as well. Lego minifigures. Definitely going to buy anything that has Lego minifigures in it. $20 for the Lego as well. So, this guy was wheeling and dealing. I think this was one that he posted later in the night, and I just happened to see it because I was up way too late. So I just happened to see it and got lucky that no one else was there and no one else saw the ad for it, I guess. I don't know. This wasn't the first sale I went to that day. I'll talk about later. Too bad I didn't have any video games. I don't know if I would have gotten them, because someone else might have showed up looking just for that and asked, do you have any video games, and then left. I don't know why you do that. People do that all the time. But yeah, ask about video games and then leave. I did pick up some of those little blow things as well. Like holiday blow things like those, whatever those are things are called. Air balloons, there we go. That's the word for it, air balloons. And then I also picked up, I don't know if you're going to see it in a second, but some Pokemon cards. Anytime I can pick up Pokemon cards, like that binder right there, that's what I pick up for like $5, I think is what he asked for it. And then I also pick up some trains as well. You're going to see the box for those in a second. I passed on all the stuff you're seeing here. Maybe I should have gotten more, but I was already spending a decent amount. The trains are in that green tote right there. Here's the summary. So this next garage sale is probably my best garage sale so far this year. It wasn't even the first one that day that I went to, but I found some really cool items, as y'all saw in those clips. Transformers, trains, Pokemon cards, which I'll get to in a second. And then some of those little blow-up things. I've got 2 of those. I think I got a Minions and another one. They really weren't worth too much. I think I paid $4 each for those. This guy was actually wheeling and dealing. He was actually making good prices, so... Transformers, I paid $20 for all those Transformers, $20 for all the trains, and then I think I spent like, I don't know what, like $5 on the Pokemon cards. I also got 1 or 2 more items that I'm not remembering right now. I might remember them more in the voiceover when I'm talking to y'all about that, which you will already have heard by the time you hear this. But the Pokemon cards, let's go over what sold so far, actually. Transformers, I sold a Ramjet, the tiny little mini-con, for like $33 plus shipping. Also sold another Transformer thing for $12 plus shipping. I don't remember what its name was. And then 2 more mini-cons sold for $21.75 plus shipping. So that was really good. That's not even close to all the Transformers I got in that lot. I'm probably going to make $300 or $400 off of those Transformers once they sell. There's a lot of the mini-cons and then some other bigger figures too. But yeah, really cool Transformer stuff. Also bought some Lego at that sale. And that was the other part I was forgetting. $20 for Lego as well. Now, Lego weren't that great. It's a lot of loose pieces. There were 2 or 3 ones that were kind of complete. And those will make my money back right there, $20. I also got a bag of minifigures, and those are always good. Anytime you can find minifigures loose in bags, you should be picking them up, especially if they're Star Wars. These had, I think this had some Star Wars and some just regular Lego minifigures. But yeah, and then the train that sold so far was Bachmann, like some kind of train loading set or something like that. That sold for $21.75 plus shipping. So let's get to the Pokemon cards, which I wasn't sure they were gonna be worth any money. They're not really. I mean, I'm sure they're worth something, but these are the Pokemon cards. You're gonna say it's Charizard. So you would be right. Charizard in general is a very good Pokemon to pick up. If you can find Charizard stuff, you should be picking him up. But the problem with these are they aren't real Pokemon cards. And what I mean by that is they are all fan art. So, you know, you can buy them on Amazon or whatever. They're basically fake Pokemon cards. So yeah, they're not really worth any money. The only one, there's a couple that are probably real. There are some in here that are real, but those Charizards are not real. I think the ones at the back are real. Actually, I think those are ones I might have added. I'm going to a coin/sports card show coming up, and I was trying to put them all in one thing. The one that might be worth money, the one that's actually real, I think, is this Jolteon Pokemon card. I don't think it's I mean, it might make my money back, but and these other cards will sell. The fan art ones will sell. They're just not really worth that much money. I sent a message to my friend Ben, shout out Ben, who likes to do Pokemon cards and stuff like that. So yeah, he said, yeah, those are fan art. So they're really not worth too much, but you know, it's something at least. And I can always, as long as I label them as fan art, I don't think I won't. I mean, I assume I'd be able to sell them, but you know, they won't sell for that much. Obviously, I'll have to do my research and say this one sells for $4 on eBay. I'll put it at the card show for $2 and take $1 for it, you know, or whatever. But yeah, that's it for that clip. Some decent finds, obviously. Transformers is always good to find. Trains can be really good. I still have some of those, and Lego is always a good thing to find. So yeah, be on the lookout for those 3 items always at garage sales. Obviously, Pokemon cards as well, but just be careful when you're buying them. I knew when I looked at them that they didn't look real to me, but I still bought them just because it said Charizard, and you never know. You got to take that chance if you see it and it's only $5. Let's move on to the next sale. This is the last sale for this video. This was a garage sale that had been going on for a while. I was surprised that all these toys are still there. Kane's plush for 50 cents, yes. 75 cents, I think, for Figaro. An older plush, not really worth too much, but at least something. Transformers Rescue Bots, Monster Jam, Pokemon, all stuff that I've picked up earlier in this video, basically. So a lot of stuff that I've already picked up for really cheap prices, like 50 cents, 25 cents for some of those. Transformers, I think, were 25 cents each. There's some more stuff over here. I don't think I pick up any of these. I looked up some of them just to see, but none of them were really, like that action figure right there, I don't think he was really worth much. None of the other ones were as well. But there's a lot of plush down there, but none of them appealed to me to, you know, make money on. So this is the last sale. This was actually a neighborhood garage sale. That was just one house. They advertised it on the garage sale apps as a neighborhood garage sale. I get there, I go to the sale, and then I'm asking, like, how many other houses are in the neighborhood? They're like, oh, this is the only house. So basically, everybody in the neighborhood combined all their stuff and put it at one house. I don't know how they kept track of it because there was no indicator thing on each item saying who it belonged to. So I'm not sure if they said, you know, this is going towards the HOA or who knows. I don't know what they did with the money and how they split it up between themselves. But maybe it was going to a mission or something. They just asked for donations for the garage sale. That's probably what it was. But I picked up some more Monster Jam. Anytime I can pick it up, like I said, I will pick up Monster Jam. Those are 50 cents or 25 cents each, something like that. Picked up some plush as well. Figaro, I think, from Pinocchio, maybe? I'm not sure what he's from exactly, but yeah, picked him up. Picked up that Kane's plush for Happy New Year. It's not really worth very much, but, you know, it was cheap, so I decided to go ahead and get it. And I got some Pokemon Burger King toys, Venonat and Clefairy. I think that's with it too. Maybe it was Jigglypuff. I don't remember. One of those 2 figures. And then some other random action figures as well. Some Transformers, like whatever those little tiny bots are. Rescue bots or something like that. But yeah, that's it for this video. All the items I found. The only sales really came from that one garage sale with the Transformers and stuff. But yeah, the other stuff hopefully will sell eventually. And don't forget to leave a like, comment with your favorite item that I found or sold already. Reminds me of that tiny little ramjet figurine because, you know, you just never know sometimes with tiny stuff like that what can be worth money. And subscribe now, subscribed. Thanks for watching.